Hey guys, welcome. In today's video, we'll be reviewing my 2009 Honda City Automatic. Before we get started, many of you have asked for some cinematic shots of the cars I review. So let's begin. Alright, so I hope you guys really enjoyed that. Starting with the design of the car, so the front of the car is dominated by the big Honda grille that connects both the headlights, and the bumper is also designed and shaped really well. Moving to the side of the car, we have a strong character line that starts with the headlights and ends the taillights, and this is what characterizes the City with its arrow short form design. Moving to the wheels, so these are aftermarket wheels with 195 section Continental rubber. Moving to the rear of the car, which according to me is the best design angle of this car, we have a simple rear end with the City badging and Honda badging and i-VTEC badging on the right hand side, along with the corner protectors which I added aftermarket. To enter the boot, we require the key or to internal release it, so I'm opening the boot right now, and the bonnet because I'm a lazy person. So now let's go check out the boot space. So the boot of the car is big, it's like 506 liters, but the loading lip is quite high. There's a tape in the boot for sealing tires and a water bottle for washing hands because sanitation is very important. Moving to the front of the car, where the beautiful 1.5 liter i-VTEC engine resides. And there it is, the beautiful L15A motor idling very beautifully and sounding very nice. More details on the engine when you start driving. Now let's move to the back seat of the car, which is the target audience for this segment of vehicles. So talking about the rear seat space of the car, it's a very spacious and airy cabin. You get light placement in the center, grab handles on both sides, non-adjustable headrest, mask because of the coronavirus time. You get a center armrest with 2 cup holders. You get power windows all round, but these unfortunately do not have the one touch feature. Now these are aftermarket leather seats which I had put on, and the main USP of this cabin is basically its interior space. So the front seat has been pushed to all the way front, and the driver's seat has been set to my driving position, and there is a lot of space in the car. You also get a water bottle holder and scooped out seat backs with magazine holders. Let's now get to the front seat of the car. Alright, so talking about the front seat of the car, we have a beautiful steering wheel borrowed from the 8th gen of the Honda Civic, along with paddle shifters and steering mounted audio controls. We have a tachometer, speedometer, multi-information display and a fuel meter. You have buttons for your headlight adjustment there. Your mirror controls as well as your window controls. You have a small door pocket which is suitable for masks. Moving to center console, you have a small storage area, 2 cup holders, a gear lever, your handbrake as well as another storage filled with masks again. Moving to the glove box, it's a decent size but does not have any masks for a change. So the dashboard has a very simple, clean, plain design which is quite nice actually. We do not get an internal automatic dimming inside rear mirror. We get visors without any mirror on the driver's side with a toll receipt holder, and with the mirror on the passenger side for passengers to keep checking on how beautiful they look. Moving to the dashboard, so yeah, it's a very simple, plain design. Let's turn on the AC because it's getting quite hot. We do not have any auto climate control, all manual controls over here for the fan speed, the temperature as well as where the ash will blow. Talking about infotainment, well, this car gets a very limited infotainment system with only aux-in, USB as well as FM radio. So this car was criticized for not even having a CD player when it was launched in 2008, and in 2020 it is really a very basic infotainment system. But this old Honda has a trick up its sleeve, and that is the beautiful i-VTEC engine. So let's get driving. Alright, so driving the Honda City. Okay. Well, driving the Honda City is a very pleasurable experience. The first thing you notice is how light and easy the steering is. The steering is not too light and not too heavy, but weighs up really well at high speeds. The second thing is, this being an automatic, you don't have to worry about changing gears, which makes it the ideal city car. The build quality of this Honda is also quite good. This car is now 11 years old and has done close to 65,000 kilometers, but still there are absolutely no rattles or shakes inside the cabin, and all the switches, the AC, the mirrors, everything works in perfect tip-top condition. The horn is a little funny, and that's because I've changed it to a Bosch horn because the original horn conked off. More on the driving experience. So this car is powered by the L15A Honda i-VTEC motor, producing 116 horsepower and 145 Nm of torque. So this engine is a very nice and tractable engine, especially in the automatic version. The reason for this is the inherent lag VTEC motors have in the low and mid ranges. It's only when you get above 4500 rpm into the VTEC range where the motor really sinks. This means in the manual versions, you do have to really downshift if you want sudden performance to make a quick overtake. Whereas in the automatic, being a torque converter automatic, you have torque multiplication, which helps to reduce some of that lag. We also have paddle shifters in the automatic version, which gives you complete manual control of the gears, allowing you to hold them to red line and really extract every last bit of performance from this engine. Talking about visibility, so this car gives excellent all-round visibility. The mirrors are large and wide and offer good view of what's behind you, and the glass area like the windshield and the rear glass is also wide enough to give you a good view outside. The brakes are also really good and offer very good shock footage stopping power despite having only drum brakes at the rear. Talking about the suspension setup and the ride quality, so the suspension is set up on the softer side. The ride in the city is really very comfortable, and out on the highway too, it's really very good as long as the roads are good. On bumpy roads, you do have to be a bit careful because the car can get unsettled, but it's never unnerving as the car maintains good composure overall. Speed breakers are a weak point of this car because the ground clearance, though is reasonable at 160 mm, the long wheelbase and soft suspension mean you do have to take bumps at a very slow speed to avoid scraping the car. The seats, like I mentioned earlier, are extremely comfortable. Though the rear seats have a slight lacking of under-thigh support, the front seats are supremely comfortable and offer all the adjustment required to get into a very comfortable driving position fast. Alright, I think that's enough of the slow driving. Time to get onto the highway and experience what this i-VTEC motor is all about. Into sport mode, into second gear. That, my friends, is VTEC. As you guys can see, this VTEC motor is absolute magic by Honda. I mean, the sound it makes, the feeling it gives, the amount of thrust it offers. My god, this VTEC motor is absolutely amazing. When I say absolutely amazing, I mean absolutely amazing. I mean, which other engine gives you this amount of performance while running a decent mileage of around 10 in the city and up to 14 on the highway? Not if you drive like this, but if you drive normally, it can give up to 14 to 15 on the highway as well. Wow, this VTEC motor is absolutely amazing. To think about it, you can buy such a car for around 3.5 lakhs. Yes, 3.5 lakhs is what this car is worth right now in the used car market. And for this amount of money and this amount of performance on offer, this car is absolutely amazing. That's off the AC. Switching off the air conditioning while driving, especially in these old Hondas or cars with powerful AC compressors, means you get an instant boost of power when you're off the AC, and that is really like a turbo boost for non-turbo cars. As you guys can see, we're now cornering at above 120 and the car is stable. The steering offers really good feel and feedback. It's only like after you get above 140 or 150 when the steering starts to get a little light and you start losing confidence in the car. This is mainly because of the low curb weight of this car. So guys, this is my review of the 2009 Honda City Automatic, the third generation car. It's practical, reliable, has a good powerful petrol engine, has the option of manual and automatic, a proper automatic, the torque converter automatic, not useless CVTs. And these cars are available for as low as 3 to 3.5 lakhs in the used car market. At 3.5 lakhs, I don't think any other car gives this level of comfort, practicality, safety and performance. So if you guys are in the market for a used car, definitely consider the 2009 Honda City Automatic as one of the best cars at that particular price range. I've also made another video on how much I've spent on this car over the last 11 years in service and maintenance, and I link it over here. So if you guys plan to buy a car like this, definitely check that video out to get a good idea on how much it's going to cost you in service and maintenance if you plan to buy a car like this second hand. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of my 2009 Honda City Automatic, and if you did, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as well as subscribing to my channel. Also, if you made it this far, please leave a comment on how many masks do you think are actually inside this car. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.